Got my channel back, got my channel back. All them haters did was give life to Brute Reacts. Bringing you the news and can't nothing hold us back. With the next video, run and tell them that. Hey, we the Brute Squad, we the Brute Squad. We the Brute Squad, we the Brute Squad. We the Brute Squad, we the Brute Squad. We the Brute.
So you don't know your boy Brutal Sim on the scene, wicked and mean with a next. Anyways, man, let's get to it, man. I'm gonna start this new segment out, man. We're gonna call it Unpopular Opinion. I ain't gonna lie, I see people talking about stuff all the time on the internet, and I just be watching things different, man. So we're gonna start off with Joel Embiid, the Sixers getting knocked out, getting pretty much blown out, right, against the Miami Heat. Now, a lot of people out there is killing James Harden, bashing James Harden, talking about his legacy. He wasn't this, he wasn't that. But I watched a completely different game. Now, we could always debate in the comment section. Y'all know I love that. It's all love. It ain't never serious. A lot of people get personal. I never get personal. I love to debate stuff, which is probably why I look at things differently, right? Now, from what I've seen, and you could tell me if I'm BSing or not, the moment Joel Embiid did not win that MVP, he clocked out on his team. I know that's a little harsh to say, but you go look at the numbers. As soon as that MVP, and he said it after the game that he played after he didn't win the MVP, and he came back the last game they played, and he was terrible. He shot like 29%. Most of his shot were dribble pull-ups, crossover, step back pull-ups. When the closest dude to defend him when it comes to height was Bam, who defended him most possessions. And Bam is just 6'9", probably 250, 40 something, soaking wet. Whereas Joel Embiid is 7 foot and he's 280. That's about 30 pounds. And in basketball, 30 pounds is a lot. Strength-wise, ain't no one. And when you look at where Joel Embiid is scoring the most of his points from, and a more efficient rate is from below the basket. Now, he could have go down lower and play a lot harder down there. You know, even with his injury, a lot of people give him that injury excuse. But if you play basketball, you already know. Once we decide to step on that court, that's not an excuse no more, right? Cool. So, all you had to do was go down, demand that double team. If they pinch to him, and they got to stop him from trying to get the ball down low, because once he catches, it's a guaranteed bucket. It would have opened up a lot more opportunities. Now, I saw them blaming James Harden, right? And when you look at what was going on, you could see that Doc Rivers was running nothing to help James Harden get open. And whenever he got the ball, Miami would blitz, triple team him, double team him. So he was just trying to make the right plays. And believe it or not, I'm not even a James Harden fan. I'm a James Harden hater, to be honest with y'all. After he left Houston, I was trying to kill him, to be honest with y'all. But the game I watch and the game people are speaking about, completely different games. I think people wanted James Harden to come out and just start jacking shots. But how could James Harden come to a team with Joel Embiid, who's someone who got to get his shot, Maxey, who's someone who clearly got to get his shots, and just play like that, like he was on Houston, where all Houston had was James Harden. James Harden has never played like that once he got this much talent around him. He has always went back in that distribution role. I'm just saying. So he came here, he got double, he getting triple, he's trying to make plays. A lot of times I saw plays where he was open when Joel Embiid was taking dribble, step back, pull-ups contested with 3 people contesting the shots. And James Harden was there like this. And the ball will not return. People wanted James Harden to constantly take contested, constantly take bad shots, double step back. And the next thing a lot of people are not considering is the rule change as well, which affected how aggressive James Harden could really play. Because I really believe referees are looking at James Harden like, nah, bro, you fooled us for a lot of years, tricked us, and the basketball world got us as a laughing stock. You made a career out of us. We're going to make it very hard for you to get calls. I really believe that from what I'm watching. A lot of time you get contact, they don't call it anymore. Whereas I'm seeing people like Luka drive, and as soon as Luka do that, he get a call. I'm just calling what it is, right? But James Harden made a living off of that, and because of the rule change, he's not as effective doing that anymore. And I'm not saying James Harden is, relief from all the blame. I'm just saying the amount of blame that is going towards James Harden, it needs to be distributed a little bit more equally. Doc Rivers needs some, because Doc Rivers need ways to know how to open the floor to make James Harden more effective to help the team. He needs to get Joel Embiid to go down low a little bit more, just make it easier for the teammates surrounding him. I understand that Joel Embiid is one of the most skilled big men in the game, and he could create at the top as well. But you can't tell me 90% of the possessions is is Joel Embiid at the top of the key trying to call for the ball in a post position, which helps out the defense, which helps out what Miami is trying to do. Keep the biggest man on the floor away from the basket. You can't tell me most of the plays that they call was for him to get there and then start the whole ball movement and the whole possession. You cannot tell me that is what Doc Rivers decided to do. But that's what I was seeing there the entire time. And yet you want to blame James Harden. Come on, my G. Again, I know this is not one of the most popular opinions out there. But from what I've been seeing and what I watched in that series and even that final game, it stood out even more to me is that a few drastic changes in terms of play style, in terms of mindset needs to be made. And after Joel Embiid lost that MVP, he wasn't the same. Let me know if I'm lying in the comment section. Y'all could debate it. Again, I'm always up for rebuttal, back and forth. I love that. That's why I'm starting this segment on popular opinion. And trust me, I got a lot more that's a much harsher. This is light compared to some that I have. Oh my God. But yeah, go watch over the tape. Go watch over the game and tell me if I'm lying. Anything that I said before, I'm talking about where Joel Embiid or how he played in terms of all the dribble pull-ups in every time he was catching the ball. Where was he? And where did Doc Rivers create any possessions to kind of get James Harden open? Or who was he really calling plays for? Just look at what, from my understanding, Doc Rivers already had something working before James Harden. And as soon as James Harden come, he just continue with the same path, the same strategies, where you got to adjust with a player of James Harden caliber. Now, James Harden is really great one-on-one. When you look at the Mavs play with Luka, they space the floor that anytime you help on Luka, he could dot you up. That was not implemented in the Sixers play style. And that's what you need for. That's why you think James Harden like Mike D'Antoni. He knows how to space the floor. He knows how to run the floor. He knows how to use the strengths of a James Harden. What the Sixers was doing, they literally helping Miami Heat cage up James Harden. But anyways, man, video is long enough. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all know what it is. Your boy Sim. Your first time to the channel, make sure like, share, subscribe, and make sure go debate with your boy in the comment section. I'm looking forward to it. Have a blessed one. Until next time, be safe out there. Peace.